Equal pay for equal work. That is one of the items on this legislator's agenda for the 2015 session. Here to explain that and some other things she's working on is this hour's newsmaker, Representative Janet Cruz from District 62 in Hillsborough County. Welcome, Representative Cruz, to Newsmakers.
It's good to be here. Thank you for offering the invitation.
Well, it's our pleasure, and you have some important work to do this year. What is the Employment Discrimination Act that you'll be working on?
Well, it sounds very simple, simply stated. It says equal pay for equal work for women. I think everyone across Florida wants to ensure that their daughter is making the same pay for the same job as the person that's sitting next to her, or perhaps your wife. It's simply stated, what we've found that the Equal Pay Discrimination Act of 1963 still, there are still pay disparities. So my bill outlines, some specifics relative to the state of Florida that says we should publish the findings, and we need to work toward ensuring that women are being paid equally in this state.
And those statistics are borne out by research. Pew Research Center says women only make 84% of what their male counterparts make.
That is
so
correct.
It's very real, and you're talking about things that have been in place for 50 or more years, laws that were supposed to change these things that still have not changed.
It hasn't changed, and when you think about that, you think about a woman that's sitting in the same position and is making only 77% of what her male counterpart is making.
That's according to the White House. That's another stat.
Yes,
yeah.
I'm sorry, and the Pew report is 84%. But we're saying that a woman has to work almost 2 or 3 months more than her male counterpart to earn the same amount of money, and that's just not right.
And this also affects minorities a lot more.
The disparity goes, it's much worse among minority women. It goes much, much higher.
So what are some other legislative priorities you'll be working on? And by the way, we must first congratulate you. You're the future House Democratic leader. What are some other things you'll be working on this year as you get ready to take that post in 2016?
Well, my sights are set on gaining seats in the House. Right now, the balance of power is this way, and any of the civics books will tell you that that's not good. Our power should be balanced a little bit more. So my priority will be getting some House seats back in 16 and working toward recruiting candidates and raising money so that we can make that happen.
You're in the super minority in the state House, which I know you're painfully aware of.
I am indeed.
When you're a Democrat and there are so many Republicans, how do you get some of your legislation through? I know you can co-sponsor things, you can jump on things, but is it difficult to be able to get some of your priorities?
As Democrats and Republicans, we have specific core ideals that most of us don't deviate from, and we probably can't get cooperation on some of those issues, but there are lots of issues. There are lots of bills relative to the economy and relative to the environment that we cross the aisle and we work together on. So you'd be surprised at the number of bills that are cooperation from both sides.
Well, on the environment, with Amendment 1 passing, Lands and Conservation Act, 75% of Floridians said yes to that. She'll be working on implementing Amendment 1 this year as part of the state budget, a very important process.
Yeah, and yesterday I listened to Commissioner Putnam speak, and one issue about Amendment 1 that I'm encouraged to hear him say is that some of the funds we should be able to use for infrastructure, and what people don't realize is that we have lots of pollution from septic tank pollution that is affecting our springs. So we think we might be able to shift some of that money into infrastructure to help clean up some of the septic around the springs and in the Keys, which is very important.
Well, doing some very important work. Janet Cruz, representative from the Hillsborough County, thank you so much for being our newsmaker this hour. Great to have you. Have a great session.
Thank you.
And from Tallahassee, I'm Phil Latzman, and we thank you for watching.